In this exercise, we are going to start with this sketch of this logo, and in the end, we will get this result. And as you see, here we have a rhino head carved inside the letter R, and here we have a rhino footprint carved inside the letter O. File, place, exercise 4, click, check template, and place. First thing, I'm gonna add a text. I go to type tool, click. The text is very small, so I'm gonna click here, press shift, and with the up arrow I'll make it big. I'm gonna go up to 360. I'll select everything. I'm gonna write the word rhino. I'm gonna select the text. I'm gonna change the font to Arial and font style to black. This is the thickest option we have. I'm gonna make the text even bigger. Click here, shift and up arrow up to 520. I think this is a good size. Selection tool, gonna place it right here. I'm gonna make it a little bit longer. I'm gonna change the shape of the text and make it match the sketch like this. I kind of warped it. And now I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna round the corners of this text, but right now I can't do that. I have to go to type and click here, create outlines. And notice now we no longer have a text, we just have 6 shapes. I can right click, click on ungroup, and now as you see we have separate shapes. And of course we can no longer modify the text using the type tool. Control Z, I'm gonna go back, gonna select everything, direct selection tool. Now all the points are selected. I'm gonna go to any point and I'm gonna round it all the way like this. And now as you notice, I rounded all the corners in this text. I'm gonna select this by itself and I'm gonna round everything all the way like this until I get this shape. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna fill this hole in the letter R and this hole in the letter O. I'm gonna do that using the rectangle tool. I'm gonna create a rectangle like this, black rectangle of course, and another rectangle right here. Now I'm gonna go to selection tool. I'm gonna select both of these, go to Pathfinder and click on Unite. Now we have just one shape. I'm gonna do the same thing here. Select both and click on Pathfinder Unite. Now I'm gonna select everything, object, hide selection. Now I'm gonna draw the rhino head and the rhino footprint. I'm gonna start with the rhino head, pen tool. And zoom like this. Gonna swap fill and stroke. I need the black for stroke and stroke weight set to 1. Gonna start from here, click and drag, click and drag, anchor, click and drag, anchor, click and drag, anchor, click and drag, click and drag, anchor, anchor, click and drag, anchor, click and drag, click, click and drag, anchor, click and drag, click and drag, click and drag, and this is the last point. Click and drag, anchor, and I'm gonna close the path now. Direct selection tool, maybe I need to modify a few things. Gonna move this point a little bit. I think this looks fine. Gonna swap fill and stroke like this and move to the Rhino footprint. This time I'm gonna use this tool, curvature tool, and gonna create multiple points. I think it's easier with this tool. I'm gonna swap fill and stroke, swap like this, click, and I'm gonna close the path. Of course, I can always go back and change the location of certain points if I want to. I can add some points and change the position like this. I think I'm gonna delete this point, delete anchor point, click, go back to curvature tool. I think this looks fine. Yes, now I'm gonna swap fill and stroke like this. I'm gonna bring back the text object, show all. Now I'm gonna select both of these, go to shape builder tool. I'm gonna press alt, you see the minus sign, and I'm gonna delete the rhino head like this, and gonna do same thing here, select both. I can use the shape builder tool just like I did earlier, or I can simply go to Pathfinder and click here, minus front, and we get the same result. I'm gonna hide the template, I no longer need it. And now the exercise is finished. You go do the same and don't forget to save.